His name's actually Winner. I'm not joking. His name's Winner. This is Winner. Do you have a winner?
Winter.
Winner. Hey, it's 5:43 and I'm drinking Arizona half and half because I hate my body. So let's talk about some cliche shit. There we go. That's a tongue twister actually now that I think about it. Cliche shit. No, it's not. Basically, this is going to be a video about 2K17, 2K16 and all that other fun shit because that's what everybody's doing. That's what all the cool kids do nowadays, so I got to do that too. There are 4 things that I learned about myself in 2016. Number 1. First is the obvious. I like photography. I found that out in 2016. Which is funny because I told my mom photography's dumb and I don't understand why scrapbooks are a thing. Because they seemed pointless to me and I told her I would never spend money on photos. And look at me now. Number 2. I found out that I distance myself from LGBT events and activities and the such. I couldn't have told me that at the beginning of this year and I can tell me that now. Number 3. One of the bigger things is that I've actually been holding myself back. And the only reason I can say that is because I watched like my first 5 days vlogging because I was bored and it was like every single time I said anything about like what I wanted to do, my only reason for not doing what I wanted to do is because nobody else wanted to do it. So in a sense I became a lot more independent and I actually can go out and do shit that I want to do and not really care about who else is doing it or not like have to follow anybody or not like need an excuse. I can kind of just get up and do whatever I want. It doesn't matter anymore. Number 4. Winner can attest to this because he hears all of my shit.
What can I attest to?
I am a hopeless romantic. I learned that this year. Which is not like a bad thing. Like I'm not disappointed in myself for being a hopeless romantic, but I just think it's ironic because at the end of senior year, actually at the end of junior year in high school, so I was talking to Chris and I remember he was like, oh, we should like ask out our girlfriends and we should like ask them out to prom in like some romantic way. And I was like, romance is retarded, Chris. Why would, I don't care about romance. I'm not a romantic person. And then turns out I was just gay and I didn't care about my girlfriend in a romantic sense. And so I was like really good friends with her, but I didn't feel the need to do anything romantic for her because she's kind of just, she had a vagina.
Yeah.
But then when I had my first romantic interests, all of them, when I actually had those, I actually made romantic gestures in a lot of ways. And I never realized that I was actually a romantic person up until I realized I was gay. Just actually makes a lot of sense.
I mean, if you're romantic, you have to be gay, vice versa.
No, that just means I didn't realize that I was romantic because I never had a person to be romantic towards because I didn't give a shit. Dude, he's just chilling.
Dude, like a villain.
But I did legitimately think about these things for way too long and I couldn't come up with any specifics. So in 2017, I actually want to be less vague about the things that I ended up having happen. Like, it's awesome that I've noticed like so much change about me, but I want to be able to be less vague in 2017.
I think it's the sounds you kind of just put in when you have it in silence, you know? Let that silence be, man. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that I kind of want to do, I'm still in a mixed boat because I'm still in my 2K16 sense and not my 2K17 sense yet. No, that's not how you read. But I want to see myself kind of take a more active role in LGBT, mainly because like I feel like the biggest reason that I distanced myself from it is because I was like the community that I have for me isn't necessarily a bad community, it's just one that I didn't identify with and I just wanted something to identify with, not necessarily something that was an overarching term. And I feel like in that sense I isolated myself a lot and I feel like I should take a more, like, I haven't even seen a pride parade. I haven't been to a pride parade. And what's funny is this channel started off with me exclusively not wanting to talk about all this gay shit, which I've said multiple times. And now it's getting to the point where it's like, I don't understand why I'm like dodging the topic. Like the channel, like that name right there is gay. It says, by the way, there's a rainbow right there. I don't know why I've been dodging gay topics when it's like I have all this fucking flair everywhere. And yeah.
Because Jesus told you to pray it away.
Jesus told you to pray away the gay.
That's what my grandmother says. It's their problem.
It's their problem now.
My grandmother says it's your problem, not hers.
But like, just a major example is like, George Michael died. And the first thing that I said was, Mom, who's George Michael and why do I care? And she looked at me like I'm retarded. She was just like, do you not follow anything about... The only thing that came to my mind was Arrested Development, because there's like 2 George Michaels, or is there 1? I think there's 2. There's 2, right? Don't know. I don't care enough about history when it's like I should, because totally honest, this year I learned what Stonewall was.
I don't know what Stonewall is.
Oh, that's cool. Well, it turns out there's this one gay bar, and I was like, why did I not know what that was? I feel like that's something that I should have known what is. Dude, I made a choice. I made the choice to be gay.
That's right, dude. It's a choice. I switch on and off every once in a while.
That's called sexuality fluid.
No, it's a choice. I'm saying, okay. Oh, no, I'm sure. It's kind of like why you wake up in the morning feeling like, you know. That's why gay conversion therapy works.
Do you want this? Do you want me to have that in the deck? Your grandmother doesn't watch gay YouTubers, right?
No, she doesn't know what YouTube is.
Oh, the last thing that I want to see myself in 2K17. Like, I had this experience like last night I was watching my videos, and I was just like, holy fuck, you've come a long way, dude. Like, you were bad at everything. At every sense of the word, you were bad. And I still feel bad. I'm a terrible person. I haven't progressed at all. But I want to be able to see myself a year from now, and I think it's going to happen just considering how much I document myself. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't really document what their thoughts and their insights are, so they don't have the opportunity to like look back and see exactly what kind of person they were, and they can see photos and be like, oh wow, I remember that day and I remember that experience, but they don't really get to see who they were as a person until Facebook's like, hey, that one time 3 years ago when you made this egotistical post, do you want to share that? And you're like, wow, I was a shitty person. And I'm not speaking from personal experience, but I do want to be able to like look back on it still and be like, wow, I've changed as a person. Like, I want to be able to look back on this and be like, wow, I actually went out and I did those things. I actually can remember specific things that were great about this year that I can share. Or I went to, a Pride festival, Pride parade.
I don't think you did the festival part.
What if I wanted to be a festival?
I mean, you can, but I'm just saying.
That's what I want to do in 2000. I want to go to a music festival because I wanted to pick up snowboarding, and fucking too late for that shit. So, that's all I have today. Leonard, do you want to say bye for you and your grandmother's quotes?
Oh, yeah, this was a good one. This one I showed her my man bun. She told me, you look like a Chinaman. You should cut it off.
Yeah, follow me on social media and shit if you want to see more non-PC shit. Maybe we should become more PC in 2K17.
I think that's a good idea.
That would be a very good idea. I'm a shitty person like that.
Try different, they try different masks on. That's what people are doing. They're trying different faces on. They're seeing what makes them feel good. And then eventually they'll mesh all those things together. I don't think that we need to be having blood in the streets over like who's flamboyant, who's masculine.